afternoon, everyone. Thanks for having me. I'd like to say that in spite of the fact that we live during a time of nearly unprecedented pervasiveness with regards to institutional racism in this country, we also live in a time during which more young people and more minority community members are galvanized to be a part of the political system than ever before. We live in a time during which demographics in states which have traditionally been deeply right-wing are shifting to the point where demographics are changing the electorate enough for us to actually have a voice. Before, we had to fight as hard as we possibly could to have our voices heard. And although it may still be that way, at least now we can do it in a way that's tangible. We can go out and be a part of the system and represent ourselves rather than depending on the charity of people who do not work for our interests. We do not need to depend on the charity of corporations. We don't need to depend on the charity of racist sympathizers, and we do not need to depend on the charity of the establishment. When we talk about reallocating the resources which are given to the police departments across this country to places that would develop and strengthen our colored communities, we also need to keep in mind that the police department is not the only institution with an iron fist over minority communities in this country. ICE needs to be completely abolished. We need to reallocate those resources to subsidize the many undocumented, hardworking agricultural workers in this country, upon which the economy depends very much so. We need to lower the military budget immediately. We spend more than twice the amount of the nearest nation to us in terms of our military spending. What we need to do is remove the empire state which America has founded itself on, which it has used as precedent to expand its government for the past well over a century. And this is in the interests not only of people in our country to take advantage of resources that they earned, but people across the world who are being discriminated against and killed indiscriminately just because they're Middle Eastern or Muslim by our government. And last off, I'd like to say that for a long time, I was incredibly cynical, just unwilling really to participate in the process and in the system because I saw no point in it. But as of recently, just the profundity of the strength and the courage and how willing and galvanized people are to remain informed and to inform others has brought me back from that. And I think this is just going to be, we're in on the ground level and we can only go up from here. Thank you.